Could it really be? I just heard Joe Biden is completely out of the race because of his behavior, because of the corruption. Yet, he's just out of the race. Shouldn't he be prosecuted? I would think that with all the attempts to prosecute a sitting president for lies made up by the left, the ones on the left that are actually doing the corruption, shouldn't they be prosecuted? I don't get it. The left doesn't want to prosecute the left. They only want to prosecute over lies the left makes up to overthrow a sitting president that was voted in by the majority. People don't realize this. The left actually, I had a friend, one of his friends actually just said, how can you vote for a dictator? Well, that's what we are fighting against. We are fighting against a dictatorship by the left trying to overthrow a sitting president, which makes it a dictatorship. I mean, they just don't understand this, and they don't even understand what the word impeachment means. They think that impeachment means he's going to be kicked out of office. They don't understand that it's a court proceeding. They don't understand what is behind an impeachment. Like, the chances of getting a sitting president out of office over an impeachment is almost impossible. He'll finish out his term. But the thing is he's not going to finish out this term. He's going to finish out this term and the next term. And then we got Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is out too. Supposedly they canceled all of his events. He just had some bypass surgery or something. They had to clear an artery. He had a blockage in an artery. I feel bad for the guy. I mean, he does seem like a good guy, but socialism's not what we need in this country. I said it before. It's a shame that that's the way he had to fall out of the race, but he really didn't have any chance anyway. He had a good chance last run, but this time around, he doesn't. Now, my concern is, rumors have it that one of two things are going to happen in the very end. It's kind of like a surprise. They think the left thinks they have us. First off, one of the rumors is Michelle Obama's going to throw her head in the ring. Not going to happen. She can't do it. She's already tried. People don't realize this, but one of the corrupt things that she did is she was claiming residency over in a different country to get some kind of benefit. I forget what it was, but look it up. It's out there. I forget what the details were behind it, but there's a certain term that she must be a U.S. resident to be able to run for president. Even though you are a born U.S. citizen, if you claim residency in a different country within, I think it was 10 years, which she did, she cannot run for president. So there goes that idea. But the other one I hear now is Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton Warren. It could be a possibility. I think she'd be stupid. Trump would just eat her up, if anything. I mean, with the investigation that they got going on now, he needs to get this stuff out. Time to lock her up. Get this stuff out now before she throws her head in the ring. Then all of a sudden they try to go after Trump for trying to go after a candidate running against him. Basically all the same crap they've been doing. But that'd be a scary thing. I mean, Hillary has been working in the background with Warren, coaching her, guiding her. I mean, honestly, Warren's a pretty timid lady. I don't think she has what it is. I still stick to my original thought that Harris is going to be the one that's going to get that nomination. But you never know. They just eat Hillary up. Oh, I mean, she eats babies? Yeah, I think that was it. But whatever, there's a lot of eating of people going on. But I don't know what to say. I don't know if they really think that bringing Hillary Clinton into the campaign, but it's just hearsay right now, so we don't know. We'll find out. But I'm just happy that crooked Joe Biden, pedophile, is completely out. He does not need to be our president. He's just a puppet. The corrupt are still going to guide him. He's going to get rich off of his presidency. Basically what he did as vice president. Basically what he's done his whole career. Not to mention there'll be lots of children running around the White House kind of like Neverland. But yeah, it's a scary thing what this left is bringing to the table. I mean, just the left in general, it's a scary thing. I can't believe it. I really, really think that they need to go after, what the hell's his name? I can't even think of it right now. Schiff. They have to go after Schiff. I think they need to try that guy for treason. String him up by his neck. Try him for treason. What he did with the presidents and coming out saying word for word what the president said, but what he was claiming the president said made him sound like a mobster. I mean, it was absolutely insane. It was treason. He knew he was lying. There was nothing he was going by. He was making it up as he was going along, trying to get the whole impeachment process going. That alone right there is treason. He was trying to overthrow our president. I mean, that's not right. He needs to be tried. He needs to be executed for treason. And maybe some of these other people trying to overthrow our president too will think twice, including the media, because they're all in on it together. If you haven't seen that, I will try to add it over in the bottom. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but yeah, it Schiff, what he said compared to the notes, absolutely insane. I can't believe it happened. But I think that this is all actually looking good for the right. I think that Trump has so much more people backing him now because people are waking up. It's causing a lot of people to wake up. People are starting to see the corruption. Only the blind are still going, and it's like they choose to be blind. They don't want to look at the facts, no matter what you say. They don't want to look at the facts. They're just brainwashed. They're programmed. It's my favorite word. They're programmed. They've been programmed since they were children to follow and obey. And these people are so programmed that they can't possibly get a single thought for themselves. Everything is what the media tells them, word for word. It's what their community tells them, word for word. It's the majority that they surround themselves upon, and the media. It's absolutely insane. That's the problem. They try to teach you to be an individual. They try to teach you to be, well, it's like they say in the army, an army of one. Think for yourself. No. Not our schools. Our schools only teach you to obey, follow and obey, and that's what they are. They're lemons. You know, they're all gonna follow each other off a cliff. I mean, they're voting for pedophiles, Satanism. They don't even want to admit that Pizzagate is a thing. How can you possibly, with even the mainstream media going on, reporting on all these pedogates and stuff, all these little rings that are being shut down, how can you deny Pizzagate or pedogate's not a thing? Yet they do. They don't want to admit it because this is their people going down. You know, I'm not saying that all the right, everybody, all the conservatives, all the Republicans are, clean too. I mean, we did go through the Bushes. I mean, that's when things really started. They just didn't care. Once, the first George Bush got in office, they just didn't care. They were so out in the open, so corrupt, and people just ate it up because people were blind. People couldn't possibly think that their government could possibly do anything wrong to them. And slowly over the years, the Clintons and all that, people starting to wake up. I mean, still, a lot of people are blind, but it's that whole follow and obey, it's that programming. I mean, we've been corrupting our government since at least the 40s and 50s. I mean, we've been warned by presidents. We've had presidents assassinated over this. I mean, this is... Look at the facts. I mean, they released the stuff 50 years later, but they don't think anybody cares 50 years later. But people are doing the investigation. It's all out there. People just need to read it, but people don't want to read. They're programmed. They're conforming. They're obeying, I don't know what to say. I was kind of excited. It is getting kind of late. I didn't want to stay on too long, so I'm going on about 10 minutes right now. But I was just kind of excited to hear that Biden's out because of the corruption. Democrats aren't going to back him. He's too much of a risk. Phenomenal. I haven't seen a report yet. I'm only hearing through the back channels right now that that's what's happening. But still, I mean, I didn't hear about Gabbard either. Man, that turned out to be 100% true. Now, the whole Hillary thing scares the hell out of me, but I don't think it would happen. I think that that's just the dumbest move that they could possibly make. I mean, basically the whole presidency of Trump has been talking about how crooked Hillary is. Who in their right mind would vote for her? I mean, there's just no chance that they would win. So they're going to try to go with somebody else. And I really have a feeling, like I said, I think that this is their plan the whole time, is go with Harris. So we'll see. I mean, all we can do is update you as things come out. But I mean, Biden out and Bernie's out. So we will see. But I hope you all have a good night, and I'll be talking to you soon.